This is Reading Writing Workshop, page 212 and 213, and we're finished with vocabulary words. We'll turn over to 214 and read a story. Vocabulary first. Amount. James drank a small amount of water. What could you use to carry a large amount of juice? A gallon jug? Maybe a cooler? Astronomy. Kia looked at the stars when she studied astronomy. What would you like to learn about astronomy? How far are the stars away? How long would it take to get there? Globe. Our Earth is a big round globe. What is another word for globe? A sphere, a ball. Solar system. There are 8 planets in our solar system. Name one planet in our solar system. I can name a bunch. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Saturn, Jupiter, Neptune, Pluto. Oh, Pluto's not a planet anymore. Oh, Uranus. Support. My dad and I support our favorite baseball team by cheering. What can you do to show your support? You could give money. You could wave a banner. You could watch them on TV. You could write them a letter to your favorite athlete. Surface. An astronaut walks on the dry, dusty surface of the moon. Describe the surface of your desk. It's flat. It's full of books. It's kind of bumpy because of those books. There's not a lot of empty space. Temperature. We can have fun even when the temperature outside is cold. What is the temperature where you are today? I think it was about 72. Warmth. Will and Paul cooked marshmallows over the warmth of a fire. What is another word for warmth? Heat. Now, let's read the shared read genre. It is expository. The essential question, what do we know about Earth and its neighbors? Read about how we have learned about space. Earth and its neighbors. It says Galileo studied the sky with a telescope he built. The moon is Earth's closest neighbor. If the sun could talk, it might say, "Look at me. Look at my sunspots. I am so hot." Without the sun, Earth would be a cold, dark planet. How do we know this? Thanks to the astronomer Galileo, we know a lot about the sun and the rest of our solar system. Telescopes looking up. Galileo did not invent the telescope. However, 400 years ago, he did build one that was strong enough to study the sky. When Galileo looked into space, he saw the rocky surface of the moon. When he looked at the sun, he discovered spots on its fiery surface. Astronomy, or the study of space, began with the simple telescope, but astronomers wanted to look at the sky more closely. They made bigger telescopes that could see farther than the one Galileo used. Astronomers still had many questions. Satellites, a step closer. In 1958, scientists launched Explorer 1, the first American satellite, there's a vocabulary word, into space. No, actually, it's just bold print. It was an exciting day for America. Soon many satellites circled the globe, there's a vocabulary, and took the photographs of Earth, the moon, stars, and other planets. They collected a large amount of information. There's a vocabulary word. Satellites even tracked the temperature on the planet Saturn. There's a vocabulary word. It says Explorer 1 takes off. Scientists have learned many things about the solar system from satellites. That's why they kept sending more into space. Soon there were hundreds of satellites in space making amazing discoveries, but astronomers wanted to know even more. That's why they found a way to put a man on the moon. One giant leap. In 1961, Alan Shepard became America's first astronaut. He blasted off into space in a rocket and then turned around and came back to Earth. His short trip was a big success. Shepard's flight proved that people could go into space. After Shepard, more astronauts went into space. Some orbited the Earth. Some walked on the dusty, bumpy surface of the moon. There's a vocabulary word, surface. They took pictures and collected moon rocks. Astronauts wanted to answer some important questions. Did the sun's warmth heat the moon? That's a vocabulary word. Could the moon support life someday? There's a vocabulary word. Astronaut Edwin Buzz Aldrin walks toward the lunar module. Aldrin left his footprints on the moon. It says Aldrin brought home this moon rock. Oh, I wonder if his mother let him keep it. Scientists studied the photographs and moon rocks that the astronauts brought back. They made exciting discoveries using telescopes and satellites, but it wasn't enough. Scientists wanted to get closer to the other planets. Soon, they found a way. Hubble and beyond. Scientists created another telescope, but this time it was gigantic. They sent it up into space. The Hubble Space Telescope was launched in 1990. It's still up there and orbits the Earth above the clouds. It takes clear, close-up photographs of stars and planets. It sends fascinating information back to Earth. The Hubble helps scientists study Earth and its neighbors. It also helps astronomers see planets outside our solar system. It takes the Hubble telescope 96 minutes to orbit the Earth. More discoveries every day. Scientists are still asking questions about Earth and its neighbors in space. With the help of satellites, telescopes, and astronauts, they will continue to explore and find answers. What can we see? With our eyes, we can see the moon, the sun, and Mars. With a simple telescope, we can see craters on the moon. We can see sunspots on the sun. We can see clouds around Jupiter. With the Hubble telescope, we can see planets outside our solar system. We can see stars bigger than the sun and far, far away. We can see Jupiter's surface. This is a Hubble telescope photo of an exploding star. Whoa! Make connections. How have we learned about Earth and its neighbors in space? That's the essential question. What do you see when you look at the sky? That's text to self.